月の週。こんにちは。私のキツネだち。あいこです。How are you, my friends? Did you have a good weekend? Yeah. I had a very restful weekend. By very, I mean I worked around the shrine. A lot. So it wasn't very restful. But I was able to rest my vocals, which is good. At least a little bit. They're still a little sore, but they're better. Have you had water? Did you have a good breakfast? Lunch? Dinner? For some of you, it's like 3 in the morning. Time zones are crazy. This unit. It's another day of freaking today. So we're gonna work on more meshing. We shouldn't be done with meshing later today, hopefully. And then we can move on to deformers, which is way more fun than art mesh. I'm all for laying dots, but it kinda gets old kinda fast. Let's get into it, yeah? I started right before stream. I only put 3 dots down, so it's not like I got very far. But it's okay. We're gonna get this done today. And by this I mean meshing. It'd be awesome if I can get the whole thing done today, but there's no way I can get that done in a couple hours. Okay, let us continue, yeah? Kissuni? Yeah. There's only a couple pieces left on the front hair. And then we can move to the back hair. And then the tails. And then I think, aside from 1 or 2 small things, I think that's about it. And the nice thing about the small things is, like, if there are small things, we can just auto mesh those. Most likely. Because the little things don't require much. Like, highlights in the hair. Those don't require very detailed meshing because we're not going to be deforming those very much. It's more like stuff like this that needs more detail. Desu ni? I should probably work on posting schedules again. Instead of just like, by the way, I'm streaming. I didn't want to do that, it's just that this past week was a little chaotic and I wasn't able to put a good schedule together. And this week's gonna be also chaotic because I have obligations. Like things I have to do, to travel for a bit. But After that, that should be more stable. But I think next week I'll have a more concrete schedule. And then it won't be so like spontaneous. People can actually plan around that. As much as I want to work on nothing but this, I think next week I want to play some games because I'm kind of miss playing games. So next week we're gonna play some kind of scary game. I love scary games. We'll do something fun, that's for sure. Oh, we can also do like something fun, like a tier list, yeah? This one? Tier list could be fun. I have not done one of those before. But I think things like that are fun, so... That's what we're gonna do. Okay. The dots are dotting. This one. Next week. Not next week. This week. I'm finalizing the details on my project. My original song. I'm very excited. I think we're gonna go with like a... do I wanna spoil it? Do I not wanna spoil it? I'm not gonna spoil it. Just know that there's a song in the works. And it will be fun. Aside from like what we discussed before, it's gonna be like, you know, more happy, energetic vibe. I think that's all I'm gonna share. But it would be awesome to have my first original song. Or any song. I don't have any covers or anything, huh? I should try to do a cover. I could probably get that done before the actual original song releases. Cause it's probably gonna take a couple months. A lot of months. Making music takes time, you know? This one. Pretty chill morning, yeah. Let's see, I actually had breakfast for once before stream. I remembered to eat today. And breakfast sandwich. Went across the street to the cafe and I got a sandwich. It had egg and turkey bacon and turkey sausage. And hot honey. It's tasty. Have you guys been eating your healthy meals? Or a meal, at least? Eating is an important part of staying healthy. And candy bars do not count cat seems to think it counts, but it does not. I see my vocals are still strenuous. Oh my gosh. I might chill. Because I don't like how painful it is. Me. Everybody's favorite part. That. I'm very grateful to be almost done with this part. The dots are driving me crazy. Ever so slightly. ですよね。Yeah. Let's see. Is the spacing a little aggressive? It feels a little too aggressive. Let's polish it a bit. I think up there is fine. But down here I think I want a little more tightness in the meshing. Yeah, I think more like this is what we're looking for. That's an easy fix though, because it's like a dot in between each. Not quite, but kinda. Yeah, that looks fine. Dots, dipping dots. Who doesn't like dots? Do they count as dots if they're squares? Yes, technically they're vertices. That's good spacing. I have coffee to help keep me caffeinated. I've actually had a decent amount of caffeine today. I've already had 500 milligrams before stream, plus I was coffee. Is that right? 500? I had my W retro sherbet before stream. Use code CONCON to get 10% off at w.gg. They have many flavors, but they sent me the retro sherbet and I really like that one. It's very tasty. Let's see. I don't know, 200 milligrams per serving. 100 per serving, but I had a double serving in the shaker. So 200 milligrams. Plus this cup of coffee. Let's see. How much caffeine is in that? Oh man, I don't want to do math this early. But I'm gonna do the math anyway. So do the math if you're ever curious on caffeine content. Well, it kind of depends, right? Like if we're talking about brewed coffee and you brewed it yourself, you can do the math. Otherwise, it's a little harder. A lot harder. Because you need to know how much coffee to how much water, right? Okay. So, I know because I made the recipe for this cafe. It's 120 grams per 2 liters of coffee. And then to get like the caffeine content, you roughly multiply the amount of coffee times point. Let me double check my math. Okay, yeah. You're gonna roughly multiply times 8, and that's how many milligrams of caffeine. So 150 grams of coffee is 1200 milligrams of caffeine per pot. And there's 2 liters in a pot. Well, the final yield is like 1.5. And in this cup of coffee, there is roughly 450 milliliters. I'm not gonna drink it all, but that's about 360 milligrams of caffeine in this cup. So if I were to drink this whole thing, I would have consumed about 560 milligrams of caffeine. I do not recommend exceeding 500 milligrams. 500 milligrams is kind of like, oh, well, it is a lot of caffeine. And you will get, like, heart palpitations and stuff. Beyond that, you could get nauseous, dizzy, cloudy-headed. Caffeine is not something you should really, like, take lightly. Make sure you're consuming your caffeine well-informed. However, if for some reason you, do occasionally have to exceed a decent level of caffeine, like, one of my jobs, I was a coffee roaster, so I had to do quality checks on coffee, so I'd have to cup coffee, like, every week. So cupping, you basically taste the coffees, you brew them and taste them to assess the quality of the roast. And since I was roasting, I had to taste them all every week, and there was like 15 roasts. So I had a lot of coffee, but they do make a product. It's basically a decaf pill. It like counteracts the caffeine. So if you ever have to drink a lot of caffeine for any particular reason, there are things out there that will help prevent over-caffeination of side effects. Now that we're done sidetracking. Only another, like, I don't know, 10,000 dots. And then we'll be done with the art mission. I'm very excited to move on to deformers. So that doesn't take very long, and then we can move on to animation and physics, which will be really fun. Which I have zero experience in, but I have zero experience in any of this. But you gotta start somewhere. I mean, so far it makes sense, and it's all turning out pretty good. I've done a few, like, tests. And the animations look pretty smooth. So I think we're on the right track. ですよね。It's just that art meshing is the most boring part of the whole process. Because nobody wants to sit here for hours putting dots on some artwork. But it is kind of therapeutic, I can't lie. I'm kind of enjoying myself. And I'm curious that you can automate this process, but for the best results, for the smoothest animations, you want to manually mesh artwork. For the most part. You can definitely automate things on certain aspects. Like I automated, yeah, that's fine. I automated, oh, I can't show you right now. But I automeshed the Hakama so that I could not have to worry about that. Because that would be a pain to rig. I mostly automated it because it's not important. There's not going to be a lot of, like, motion or animation that you have to worry about clean mesh. Unlike the hair and the face. Areas that have a lot of, like, motion and are going to have a lot of deformation, you're going to want to make sure you manually mesh for best results. Yeah, that looks... That's fine, that's fine. Okay. The line art is secure. Then we go out around the perimeter. And basically, we go in between the dots we made. Try to evenly space them. You can clean them up after if you need to. Just want to make sure you're away enough from the art that you include the pixels that fade out, otherwise they get cropped out. And then it doesn't clean. I'm just gonna kind of overlay these. We can assess their spacing after we go around the perimeter. Okay, area like this. How do I want to... Maybe like that. Yeah, that seems good. We'll run with that. Yep, okay. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Can I make it? No, that looks kind of dumb. So, and we don't really need it to be there. So we'll come back out here. Let's try to clean that up a little bit. Kind of meditative. So for somebody who is in need of meditation, excuse me, for any reason, this might be a good way to do it. I know I need constant meditation. Life is kind of crazy. But it is for everyone, thisよね. Just kind of the world we live in right now. Dot. Okay. I need to do this first. I forgot to do that before. And then I'll line it up kind of with this guy. Yeah. Something like that. That's fine. This part's gonna be mostly hidden anyway. I also won't have very much motion at all. Yeah. What kind of stuff do you guys like doing for like peace meditation? Do you read? Do you drink tea? Do you watch cozy videos on YouTube? I do that a lot. Like, I like to watch a lot of like Japanese, like, I don't know if cottagecore is the right word or not, but I like to watch a lot of stuff like that where they make cute things. Like just a peaceful meditative day in their life. Whether they're making like jello or pudding or whatever. I don't know, it's peaceful. I like it. This is a little tight over here. But I think it'll be fine. I do like to read manga. Surprise. It's something I like to do a lot. I have a lot of Japanese manga I have to catch up on actually, now that I think about it. It takes me a while to read them though, because I'm not I don't know all the kanji yet. I shouldn't say I don't know all the common kanji yet. So it takes me longer, I have to like translate and stuff. But it makes it easier to learn Japanese by consuming Japanese media. Okay, that's going good. We're almost done with the perimeter. I think we're just gonna, yeah, do it like that, because it's a little too messy otherwise. Okay, perimeter is done. Coffee. Let's consume coffee. Okay. Now we move on to the inside, yeah? Trying to go down the middle here. It's a little easier to start in the middle for me. And we can be a little more generous on the spacing on the inside. It's really the outside that needs a really tight meshing perimeters. And that's just so we can preserve the line art when we animate. Otherwise the line art looks really funky. I should pull this in a bit though. I like this spacing, so... Yeah, that was looking pretty good. Let's find the kind of center. I mean, I think we're on the right-ish path here. Yeah, that feels fine. It gets easier anyway as you add more lines. Okay, let's just connect here and then we'll pull this over a little bit. And that's pretty good spacing on that. Alright, it's a little easier for me. I suggest working from the tips and kind of going inward. So we're gonna go in between. Try and get even-ish spacing down the middle. You can tell the evenness by the distance between the lines. In the polygon, as they say. So for this one, I'm going to try to maintain this distance from the edge and just kind of pull it up. Oh yeah, we are moving along. Yeah, and then like right here we can kind of center it. And then bring it in to that. Yeah, just like that. I'm just gonna kind of do that for all the tips. At least to start. It's easier, in my opinion, to do it this way. Because you gotta start somewhere. Might as well start somewhere that's easy to work with. Unless you're like me and you forget what you're doing or where you are. And then you forget what dots are in between. Oh, I see. I'm in between these ones. Naruto. Oops. And then try to maintain spacing again as we go up and in between. Gets a little easier the more you do it, you know? I think I'll just connect it there because that's a pretty decent spot. Okay, whoops. Moving from this spot. Did I mess it up? There we go. We'll start here. And then same idea in between. All the way up. Trying to maintain center on the strip of hair. Okay. I'll stop there for a second because I need to add to this. There we go. I need a place. I need a place to go, you know? Okay, so then actually I think I will continue here. Pause on the other piece. And just make our way up the hairline. Again, trying to maintain spacing between, so it's not too crazy. I'm gonna try and be even as possible. Okay, and I think one more here, and then we'll connect to there. Looks pretty good. I might leave this one like that for now, because I think as we continue... Oh, we're gonna start. Let's start on this bigger piece. And then we'll come back to this little one. Yeah. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, it's gonna becoming a split point for this, which is fun. That's useful. So pull this over a little bit. I think I'm gonna pay more attention to this side. Shoot. I don't know. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Yes, yes I am. I'm gonna wanna try to balance between the two, I think. Which makes it a little challenging. Because they're already like offset of each other. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do is focus on this side. And we'll put this other piece in between, so that's gonna make it a little easier. There we go. Yeah, because then when I come up this one, that'll split the difference better. Okay, now we can come back down here. We'll probably start around there. So I don't think we need to go further down the tip. I think this is a good spot. And I'm focusing on the one to the right for reference for myself. Because remember, we're splitting the difference between the vertices. At least that's the idea. Yeah, okay. I don't even know that we need to go that far. That seems a little excessive. I feel like from here to just stopping there is honestly fine. Okay. I think there's plenty of vertices on this side. Let's move on to this side. And we're just gonna put a dot right in the middle. Put one in the middle there too. Uh-huh. Okay, we're almost done with this piece of here. There's not much left. Thank God. My brain. My brain is just excited to move on to the next phase, you know, deformers. I just wanna, like, have my model done. You know? Soon. There's truly not much left, I don't think. I think this is the most time-consuming part. And where a lot of people struggle is clean mesh. On over. Yeah, cause honestly I think I can just keep this line going. And that'll be sufficient. Coming along. Just gonna try to follow this outer edge on the left. So it's important for this to have a clean mesh to preserve the liner. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, but that's the truth. I really want to make sure the line art's good. So basically you're just gonna mirror that outer line. There, I'll connect that to there, because that takes care of the rest. Okay, so then... pull this in a little bit. Yeah, because it looks... yeah, whoops. Alright, I wanna do this piece, because I need to preserve the inside of this. So we're gonna pull this up to here. Okay, I think yeah, I think that's good. I think what we're gonna do instead here is this. Maybe I should go down. Yeah, I got a little messy, but we can fix it. No, that looks actually fine, I think. Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. Okay. Now, similar idea, let's preserve this piece. Pull it in here. Oh man, where do I even... Let's just focus on the between of these guys then. That'll probably make it a little bit easier. Here we go. It's a little bit better. Yeah, no, the measuring looks pretty good. Okay, I'll go back to this. Man, I'm ADHD even about that link. I can't even finish one before I start the next. That's funny. That's a pretty good spot to end that one. Okay, same thing there. That's a good spot to end that one. That's looking pretty clean. I just need to check on... Yeah, I need to clean the... I didn't exactly do what I'm supposed to do. So I'm gonna... I mean... I don't know, man. You know what? That's sufficient, I think. I think that is sufficient. Okay. Oh. I'm gonna delete this one actually. Auto-connect the in-betweens. And then we're gonna do this. Copy. Okay. Now we need, oh no, I already did that. Oh, interesting. Okay, never mind. We'll worry about that later. Okay, what other pieces of hair do we need? That's done. The back of the hair? Do we have to do the highlights on any of these? Yes. Yes. Gonna do the shading on that too. I did the highlight on that one. Yeah, I just auto-meshed it. Does it even... What? I don't even think it's on the right layer. Whoops. I don't think any of my highlights are in the right layer spacing, so I'm gonna pull those back up. There we go. There's that one. I don't even see that one. That's why, because this is 540 for some reason. Oh, I see. Interesting. There we go. Okay, I need to... Okay, this needs to go up. Now we can see it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I see. Okay, so this needs to actually go up. There we go. Now you can actually see everything. That's what was missing, was the highlights. Oh. Okay. So I guess let's work on the highlights, yeah? Again, super simple, because we can just auto-mesh that. Maybe we can go a little more tightly on the meshing. Crank that down. That's sufficient. Okay, that's done. This one's good. Not this one. This one we need to do. Again, auto meshing is fine. Let's try light. That should be sufficient as well. Because we're not doing much manipulation to that, so we don't really need to be clean with it. Maybe a little better. Yeah, that looks good. It's a little more excessive than the other ones, but in fact, it's probably too excessive. Let's do better, do lighter. Bring that down a bit. 10. That looks good. That looks good. Shading done. Shading is not done. I think with the shading we can also automate that. It might be better to manually do the shading. Well, let's check all the highlights are done. Okay, and then the hair is also done, yes. Okay, shading. I guess I'll do the shading layer. Let's take a look at it. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. We can automate that. That'll be pretty sufficient, I think. And then kind of the same thing on this one. Because again, we're not doing too much to that one, and it's kind of an overlay layer. That should be good. Because it's mostly just a tiny bit, and we're gonna do overlay. So, what's the word? Clipping. So I'll clip to the face. Clip to the face color. All shading should clip to the face color. Yep, okay. Very good. What about, do we have face shading? Clipping to the... Yes, it's clipping to the same thing. Okay. So it's all similar. Okay. Now we need to move on to the back hair. Back head. We did not do the back head at all. So that's what we're gonna do now. And there's... Yeah, okay. Okay. Similar idea to everything else. We're just gonna preserve the line art. Alright, yeah, that's a good spacing. We're so close to being done with this. I'm excited. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna speed this up. Because we're not gonna be modifying too much on the inside. So you'll probably go down to 10. The boundary looks pretty good. I mean, we're not gonna worry about the outer edge, because that looks pretty good. Okay, folks. Fine. Let it load. We're gonna do a partial automation, so... We'll let the inner piece automate, and then we'll erase the outer border, and we'll go back in and... clean up the line. Once it unfreezes. Dear God, I haven't saved in a while. I haven't saved in an hour. This will be a terrible time for him to crash. Kami-sama, yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Fuck. I didn't even do anything. Okay, good. Save. Okay, we'll get rid of that, because we're not using that. I've gotten rid of the things we're not using. Yes. Very good. Okay. We're good. We're good. Oh. Why is it being so slow? Oh, because there's way more dots in it than I thought there was. I see. We need to fix that. That's a little too intense. We most definitely do not need that many. That's why it's taking so long. I see, that's a little too much now, but... Closer. maybe like a 25-ish, 30 something. Let's pull that up for now so that I can not freak it out. $25 feels good. I'm not really worried about the outer perimeter because we're gonna rework that. So now we're gonna go in and erase. Oops. I've reached a point where my computer is not happy with me. Oh, I know why. Because I, one second. I know exactly what happened. Yeah, okay. I need to delete these. I need to change where OBS saves recordings of streams. Because it's putting it in a hard drive. In the main hard drive, the C drive. And I do not have the space for that on the C drive. I just have space for the operating system. There we go. So I ran out of space too quickly if I let the recordings build up. It's a little better. Oops, one too many. Okay, the outer perimeter has been removed. Is this what I'm thinking of? I always forget if this is the one I'm thinking of or not. I mean, that does work. That's not exactly what I want to do. Or maybe it is, and I'm just dumb. Confirm stroke being edited. Also clean. No, that's not what I want. Is it? Well, maybe it is. Sometimes I remember what I'm doing, and sometimes I don't. Okay, density, we can bump that up. That looks good. And then density here can go up as well. Yeah, that looks actually really good. So now I can just go around the perimeter. And as you can see, it's gonna auto mesh. This is what is this? Semi automation. Very useful for preserving lines on bigger areas. Like the face. Okay, looks pretty good. What I'm gonna do is basically do half the face and then just kind of flip it, you know? Because it's a mirrored image to begin with. So in theory, I should just have to do half of it. And then I can put the other half together. And that should be sufficient. It's not very clean though, is it? No. If I put more dots in, does that help? A little bit. Whoops. Oh yes, everybody's favorite. Put the line on the line. Dot party. coming pretty dang close. Okay. That's cleaner. Yes. Thank you. Oh no, wait. I guess it's not complete, is it? I'm gonna go all the way over here. And this is like the center. Okay, now that's done. So that's like the center. So I'm gonna get rid of this. Whoopsie. Okay. So now I should be able to do this. Control paste. And then flip. Yeah. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we get rid of the ones that are overlapping in the middle here easily. Boop. And we're just gonna redo that. Get rid of these two. And this is way faster, as you can see. So we can just start. Boop. Right in the middle. Probably something like that. Just a lone little dot there, that's fine. That one too can probably go. Boop. It's too small. Okay, pull that in. And then probably should get rid of this one because I don't think we need this one. Maybe we did. Let's drag this all the way down. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So we're just gonna auto-connect all those pieces. And that's way faster than manually doing every little dot. Unless for the back hair. Because we're not gonna be manipulating that too much. I'm not gonna figure out what layer that is. Back head trade. Well, this should probably go up in position, if I had to guess. Yeah, this doesn't go very far at all. Just gotta go right there. This one we can definitely automate. Because it's not gonna have, like, any manipulation. I can't really see what's happening. There we go. That's fine. We're not gonna be doing much with that. Okay. Any more meshing? Yes, there is. Still gonna do this stuff. And this stuff. Dang it. I don't think we're gonna finish all the meshing today. How unfortunate. Alright, let's do this one because it's pretty easy. Oh, is it clipping art? Or is that really the whole thing? Ah, naruhodo. I was gonna say, I don't think that's the whole thing. There we go. Now we can see it all. Dang it. Then I still gotta do tails. This is longer than I thought. How unfortunate. But we're so close. We're so close. There's really not much left to do aside from this stuff. Also, I'm gonna keep the stream going past the 2 hours I was planning on, because I just want to get this done today. So we're just gonna kind of at least try to get art mission done before I have to tend to the shrine. That's the goal. Okay, move that there. There. Oh, exciting. More dots. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'll go the other way. Yeah, it's probably the most boring stream in the world right now. That's funny. Man, oh man. Or maybe I should end my stream. Keep working on it so that it's not so boring the next time I actually stream. Because watching somebody put dots can only be so entertaining for so long. I want to move on to more fun stuff on streams. So I'm doing this off stream, yeah? Until we get to the fun stuff. Then you can watch the fun stuff like animation. I'm just trying to crank this model out as cleanly as possible. Because I put it off for way too long. I should have had this model done a couple months ago. But I was busy and put it off. No more. Now we lock in and we get it done. Bum. Yeah. Okay. Finish this piece, and then we'll flip it onto this other side. Do the same thing down there. Then move on to the tails and the shading for the tails. Yeah. Ow. So close. Alright, you know what? We will stop today's stream here. And I'll keep working on this, so it's more fun next time. So, with that, thank you all my friends for popping in and watching me put some dots down. I know, very exciting. Next time, well, for sure, I'm gonna even, wait to stream this again until I get the deformers done. I think. Wait, when's my next stream? What's today? Oh yeah, I think we're doing it tomorrow night. Yeah, by tomorrow night there should be done with this. Maybe nearly done with deformers, and then we can move on to animation and stuff. It's probably optimistic. Alright, how about this? How about instead of streaming more dots tomorrow, let's play a game instead. I'm gonna play a game. It's been a minute. I'm gonna be busy Wednesday and Thursday anyway, so I can't stream. So I'll play a game tomorrow. I have a good scary game I want to play, so simple, short, it'll be good. It'll be fun. And then later this week we can move back into the model, because I'll be at that point I should be on animating and physics. Far more entertaining than dots. Thank you all my friends. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I love you all so very much. Mwah. And I will see you all next time. Johnny!